Everything is changing very quickly in space. The massive emergence of the private sector in space is pushing the presence of human beings off Earth faster than ever before. This whole revolution will allow us to expand outside of the boundaries of our beautiful blue planet and become a real multi-planetary species.
These are the first steps to becoming a multi-planetary species. They will, as one of their first acts, complete what you might call the first stage of human history, which is our transition from being a local species based in the Kenyan Rift Valley to a global species, which we already are in extent. That completes the first stage of human history of becoming what I call a Type 1 civilization, a civilization that has full access to the resources of its planet. Type 2 civilization is one that has full access to the resources of its solar system. Type 3 of the stars. So we are right now on the cusp of completing our history of achieving Type 1 and beginning our history of developing into a Type 2 civilization. There's a famous quote from Tsiolkovsky, a Russian space pioneer, said, "Earth is the cradle of mankind, but one cannot live in a cradle forever."
So this is going to be a slow process, and it's going to be just like on Earth. It will start probably with a base on the moon, in which they can stay for a few more days, weeks, start figuring out how is that they're going to survive in such a harsh environment. And that's going to start evolving into more and more complex settlements on the moon and probably later on Mars.
From Sputnik 1957 through the moon landing, we had tremendous progress in development of space technology. And these were, of course, government-led efforts. The United States, Soviet Union, racing to the moon. They had their running shoes on and they accomplished a lot. But once it lost that drive, we had stagnation, and the cost of space launch from 1970 to 2010 did not fall by $1, which is incredible. I mean, if you think of the advances that occurred in other fields, in computers, for example, where the cost of computers fell radically from 1970 to 2010, and their capabilities increased by thousands of times. But not space, absolute stagnation. But then, starting around 2010, with making the Falcon 9 operational, and then making it reusable, and then introducing a heavy lift vehicle that was 3/4 reusable based off of the Falcon 9, we've had a decline of the cost of space launch of a factor of 5. It fell from $10,000 a kilogram to $2,000 a kilogram.
Please join me in welcoming Elon Musk.
Hi. Hey. Thank you. Oh, just so good. It's really crazy that we build these sophisticated rockets and then crash them every time we fly. This is mad. Emphasize how profound this is and how important reusability is. So reusability is absolutely fundamental.
What Musk has done is not only created a number of very impressive and important spaceflight capabilities, and not only cutting the cost of space launch by a factor of 5 over the past 10 years when it had been absolutely flat for the previous 40. But he has set off a private space race.
The key point of this paradigm shift has been the sharp reduction of the costs of launching, thanks to the creation of reusable rockets. Big entrepreneurs like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos are leading this new private space race with their companies SpaceX and Blue Origin.